Hi and welcome. Simon here, simonpage.com. In this video, I want to talk about the 4 phases of entrepreneurship. And this isn't coming from me as some entrepreneur guru who's been around this space for 20 years, and I was an entrepreneur back when Velcro was being invented, all that stuff. No, I have been an entrepreneur for only about 4 years. And in those 4 years, I've gone through 4 distinct phases that are, like I said, distinct. They're very different from one another. And so I kind of want to share them with you today in the thought that perhaps, one, you might identify, hey, that's where I am, and maybe give you some, what it takes, like a little bit of a nudge, what it might take to get you pointed in the right direction. Because I know for a long time I was not pointed in the right direction. And let's go ahead and get started, because that's a great segue. The first phase of entrepreneurship that I went through was desperation. I am so done with my job. I am so done with this commute. I am so done with, these idiots or this guy or whatever. I was just done. I had to get out. So I found myself thinking thoughts like, there has to be something more than this. There's got to be something that I can do. And so I started looking at every skill that I had, trying to figure out a new way that I could trade time for money and get paid as much as I was currently making in a career that I had been working for 20 years at. Your hobbies are never going to pay what a 20-year career experience is going to pay. So I kept running into a brick wall there until I finally decided to focus on learning how to sell products online. Now, it wasn't like the end-all be-all. I wasn't all about, well, I'm going to be an online marketer at that time. It was just, I know the online world. I've been online since I was a little kid. I should be able to make money at this because lots of people are. Back then, it was already a $2 or $3 billion a year industry. So I moved from desperation into an education phase. And that's the second phase. And that's when you have decided, well, this is what I want to learn how to do. And you just start learning a whole new skill set. Now, whether or not you have skills in your career that you can leverage into entrepreneurship, there is still going to be an education phase. There are a lot of things that you have to change about the way you think, about yourself, about your mindset, about money, about people, about business. A lot of things that you have to change about your perceptions and your skills. This period lasted for about 1.5 years for me, and for about 1 year of that I was still employed. And that's when I started, I was working about 60 to 65 hours a week as a software engineer, and I would come home, eat dinner, and sit down in front of the TV, not always in that order, and I would watch education on online marketing and online marketing, and I'm mind blinking at the moment, online marketing, sales funnels, running advertisements, how to brand yourself, just all this kind of stuff, right? I was just soaking it all up. But it all resonated with where my original skill set was. So when you start getting into the education phase, I encourage you to find a way to transition from what you know to something that uses what you know and do right now, right? And then comes the third phase of entrepreneurship, and I'm not going to say I'm proud of this because I participated in it too, and I think all of us who have been in this space for more than a couple of years have done it, and it's what I call spaghetti entrepreneurship. And that's where we take every idea we can get our hands on and we throw it against the wall to see if it sticks. And this is not the way to go about building a business, because what this does is it encourages shiny object syndrome, right? You're spending money right and left. Hey, there's a tool, I'll get that. There's a program, I'll buy that. And you start wasting time, wasting money, and worst of all, wasting energy. Just trying to find something that works, that's easy. And I'm here to tell you there is no such thing as an easy entrepreneur path. It takes work. It takes, like I said, a lot of work on your mindset. It takes learning new skills. It takes learning how to be authentic and real and vulnerable. And these are not easy things, not for a lot of us anyway. And so it was during this time that I felt the most rudderless. I didn't have any direction. I didn't know what I wanted to spend my life doing. I didn't know. All I knew is that I didn't want to go back to the cubicle, right? And it was a time of desperation and frustration. I was not happy during this period of time. And it wasn't until I started merging into the fourth phase that things really made sense. The fourth phase of entrepreneurship is clarity. And clarity comes when you start asking yourself questions that are designed to illuminate your path. No one can give you the answers because the answers are within. Who do you want to serve? Business is not about making money. It's about serving others. Zig Ziglar said you can have anything that you want in life as long as you're willing to help enough other people get what they want. Building a powerful, compelling, stable, long-lasting online business that will make you nearly passive income for years takes a ton of work, but mostly it takes a ton of clarity. You have to ask yourself, who am I going to help? How am I going to help them? What am I going to offer them that will solve their problems? You start getting a focus. You start, clarity. You start seeing things like, yes, this is what I was meant to do. There's an exercise that I like to do when I'm trying to help someone find their why, and it's called the so that exercise. What do you want to do? Ask yourself this question. What do I want to do with the next 3 to 5 years of my life? How do I want to spend 8 to 10 hours a day for the next 3 to 5 years? What would I love to do? When you get the answer to that question, you say, I want to do that answer so that, and you answer it again. And then you say, I want to do the first answer so that, second answer so that, and you keep digging down 4, 5, 6, even 7 layers deep, I've seen it go, until you have an answer that is so powerful in you that it chokes you up to say it. Then you know your why. And interestingly enough, helping people find their why, helping people find the path out of the rat race is what gets me choked up. I don't believe that we are meant to live commuting to work, living in a cubicle, and helping make other people's dreams come true. That is not what a human being's life is meant for. I love helping people finding that passion, that spark inside, and then showing them how to take their knowledge and their experience around that passion and monetize it. And so, if you don't already know, that's the business that I'm building. So, rewinding a little bit to get back on topic, the 4 phases of entrepreneurship are that desperate phase where you're trying to figure out what you're going to do, an education phase as you start educating yourself on what you're going to be doing, an education phase where you start educating yourself on what you're going to be doing, spaghetti entrepreneurship where you just start throwing stuff at the wall to see what's going to stick, categorized by desperation also, just like the first phase. But the first phase is more about how do I get out of what I'm doing, and the second phase is second desperate phase is what am I going to be doing. And the last one, and the one where you'll find real, genuine meaning, is in finding who you can serve and building a business around that service. And that's it for today. I hope this was powerful for you. I hope you got value from it. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to get notified whenever I come out with new content, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so YouTube makes sure to let you know. Again, I'm Simon Page with simonpage.com, and it is a pleasure to serve you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.